Hello, everyone. My name is Evan Jacobs, and I heard about this fight today. It's happening on the 21st of August, and I was like, I want to do this. It's on the undercard of the Pacquiao Errol Spence fight, and I figured this would be a fun fight. And it's 17 days away, so let's just get right to it. Victor Ortiz taking on Robert Guerrero. Computer has Ortiz as a 2-1 favorite. I don't know that I necessarily buy that. Guerrero is 38, Ortiz is 34. They're both 5'9". They're both welterweights. 71 reach for Guerrero, 70 reach for Ortiz. 36 and with 6 losses. 36 fights, 6 losses for Robert Guerrero. 32 fights for Ortiz, 6 losses. And why I'm surprised that the computer has this, has Ortiz a favored is just because I think that Guerrero has a better chin. Maybe he'll outlast him. Scheduled for 10 rounds, 3-minute round, 10-point scoring system, no mandatory 8 count, 3 knockdown rule, waived. Let's get right to this. I think for however long this goes, I think it's probably going to be a TKO. I don't know who's going to win. I think there's going to be bloodshed. I think these guys are going to duke it out. I think that's just how it's going to be. And they're coming out. And right now you have Robert Guerrero. Oh, Robert Guerrero landing with the left hand and wobbling Ortiz. All right. And you have Ortiz. I think Ortiz maybe hits harder. I think Guerrero has the better chin. That's just sort of my take. That's sort of my impression of this. We will have to see. Although Guerrero, towards the later part of his career, before he started making a comeback, he was getting dropped. So we're almost about a minute in. Guerrero going to the body now. If I'm Guerrero, I just fight from a distance and see if I can draw out Ortiz. I mean, it might make for a boring fight, but I just think that there's certain intangibles that Guerrero has that he can use to his, advantage. Whereas Ortiz is, just a different kind of fighter. All right, and this is sort of a tepid opening to this fight. I think, you could give it to Robert Guerrero. I just think he's done more than Victor Ortiz. Maybe this is sort of like a feeling out round, and they're going to, I expected them to kind of go for it more. But, these are older fighters. This is not the marquee matchup that it would have been 10 years ago when both guys were sort of at the top of their game and were sort of, the best in a division that was led by Floyd Mayweather. Both these guys have fought Floyd Mayweather. Both these guys have lost to Floyd Mayweather. I believe Guerrero lost a 12-round decision, and Ortiz was stopped. Although Ortiz was fighting really well in that fight, as you know, and then for some reason kept wanting to shake Mayweather's hand, and Mayweather shook his hand with a fist to the face. So one judge has it for Guerrero, another judge has it for Ortiz. Another judge has it for Guerrero. So Guerrero up by 1 point. We have 9 rounds to go, folks. Let's see if Guerrero can continue this, can kind of keep doing what he's doing. Oh, look at that. And you have Victor Ortiz coming in with hard right hands. He knows he probably lost that first round, And now he's coming in and he feels he can land and do some things. And we'll see right now if Robert Guerrero can kind of counterpunch Ortiz. But we're seeing Victor Ortiz kind of come back a little bit, folks. Oh, and going to the body, and these guys are starting to trade now. And a slugfest, I believe, probably favors Ortiz. Boxing match favors Guerrero. That's just my thought. And these guys are, standing in front of one another, looking for angles. Nice uppercut from Robert Guerrero, and then he lands some more shots on him. Kind of getting his distance, getting his bearings. And right now, Ortiz is having a very good second round, although Guerrero just kind of popped him there. And I'm going to kind of go into the records here in a little bit. All right, so we have 8 more rounds, and I'm bringing up the record now of. And this is, I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of being fought at a pace. I thought it would be fought differently. Although Victor Ortiz came out, won that round, and all 3 did the scorecards. Guerrero lost it, so now folks. This is an 8-round fight. They're both 58-58, and there you have Robert Guerrero launching a right hand, and Victor Ortiz is trying to as well. And here, let's look at the record of Robert Guerrero. And both these guys have, they fought everybody. Robert Guerrero has had a comeback, and he's won 3 straight against opposition that maybe isn't the greatest, but hey, greatest compared to what he fought previously. But he has losses to Danny Garcia. He had a fight that it was a close fight, almost lost to Aaron Martinez, lost to Keith Thurman, lost to Floyd Mayweather, as I said. He beat Andre Berto, who Victor Ortiz did not. Victories against Michael Castides, Vicente Escobedo, Joel Casamayor, Roberto David Arrieta, and victories over Jason Litzow. So, it's looking good. And then we'll get to Ortiz's record later. Oh, Ortiz getting wobbled there. I'm sorry, wobbling Guerrero. Oh, and Guerrero trying to land with the left, going to the body. These guys are just landing on one another. Guerrero missing. And so Ortiz having a better third round too. And maybe he might be sort of taking this over. But these guys are expected this to be more of a brawl. It's been more of a technical fight. Oh, and there Ortiz catches Guerrero. Guerrero, standing up, not losing. All right, and then you have Guerrero kind of landing, trying to put something together. All right, let's see what the judges say. I think you have to give that to Ortiz. All right, so now one judge giving it to Guerrero, and then two of the judges giving it to Victor Ortiz, and so Victor Ortiz kind of pulling ahead now by a point, as this is kind of a hotly contested match. It's a much more technical fight than I expected it to be, as I've said. But you have Victor Ortiz landing well against Robert Guerrero, and these guys are, that's the thing is I think Victor Ortiz is just maybe being more pinpoint, more accurate, but at least right now. But Guerrero certainly landing with the left hand, and that left hand is certainly proving to be an issue for Victor Ortiz. And I think what's going to separate this is I think one of them is going to get cut. And I think that when one of them gets cut, I think that's going to kind of change this bout. And right now Ortiz kind of beating up Robert Guerrero, who he has in front of him, but Guerrero going to the body, and he's in this. And like I said, this is a 10-round fight, so they don't have those extra 2 rounds to, and I know 10 rounds is a fairly long amount of time, but these guys are going to go for it, folks. And looking at Ortiz's record, he has a draw. His last fight was a draw with Devin Alexander. That was 4 years ago, about. Well, actually, no, it was over 4 years ago. Lost to Andre Berto. That was a up-and-down fight. He lost to Luis Collazo, lost to Josecito Lopez. After the Floyd Mayweather fight, he'd actually beaten Andre Berto before Victor Ortiz did. Also, he had a draw with Lamont Peterson. He beaten Vivian Harris, Nate Campbell, Antonio Diaz. He lost to Marcos Maidana. That is, as far as I know, and he beaten Emmanuel Clottey. As far as he beaten Alfred Cote. This is a while ago. Folks, these guys are landing, but the thing is that they're landing sort of one punch at a time. And they're not landing in a way that is, they're giving the other guy, the punches are giving the other guy sort of a chance to recover. But here, I want to look at the wiki on the Marcos Maidana fight because, all right, so Maidana was down once in round 1, twice in round 2, Ortiz down in round 1 and once in the 6th. Bout stopped by the ringside physician, I'm reading, due to a severe cut over Ortiz's eye. He also had swelling under the left eye. So yeah, that just sounds like it was an incredible fight. And right here, Victor Ortiz is landing, folks, and he's kind of pulling ahead of Robert Guerrero. There's 6 more rounds left, and Guerrero's gonna have to sort of turn back this challenge. Ortiz is coming on. He clearly won that round, or at least I thought he did. The judges, one has it 10-9. One has it even, one has it 10-9. So he's down by 3 points as Robert Guerrero. But, I think Robert Guerrero can turn this around. But I also think Victor Ortiz can kind of continue doing this depending on how tired Guerrero is. But now Robert Guerrero boxing more, staying out of the range of Victor Ortiz's punches. Oh, and now Guerrero coming forward, and maybe is Ortiz trying to draw him out a little bit? And Robert Guerrero wants to win this, folks. He wants to win this, and these guys are fighting hard, and I mean, it's a competitive fight, and that makes it entertaining. Once again, you are watching Boxing Time TV. If you like what you're seeing, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please share these links with your family and friends. Please, please like, comment, and follow. Give us a follow on Instagram. Boxing Time with Evan is my handle, and you know it's fairly simple. I do like a couple of posts a week, and one of those posts is generally a thing I do called Sunday Morning Boxing Time Talk, which is just sort of a live show. Come on, talk to me. I try to keep it fairly consistent, and yeah. And so right now, Robert Guerrero doing well in that first part, and now Ortiz is coming, and I think Robert Guerrero is really waiting to land that right hand, and I think if he does, it's going to affect Ortiz. I don't know if it's going to knock him out or anything, but oh, look at this. Robert Guerrero landing hard against Ortiz, folks. And, oh, man. Robert Guerrero having a better round. Maybe he knows that he's fallen behind a little bit. Now he's going to the body. Folks, I'm telling you, now we're getting into the slugfest. Now we're getting into the meat and potatoes. This is why we showed up. This is the bout that we wanted. And Robert Guerrero having a good fifth round, I think. You know, you never know. Computers are a bit different in how they see it. But Robert Guerrero landing, finding a way, doing the things that he needed to do. The question is, can he keep it up? And Victor Ortiz, for the moment, may have, you know, he was ahead by 3 points. There may have been some give back in the fifth round. Now they're saying that Guerrero's obviously tired. Ortiz, one judge giving it to two of the judges giving it to Victor Ortiz, one judge having it even. So, now Victor Ortiz up by 5 points. So I don't know. I thought he had a better round. Robert Guerrero did, but Victor Ortiz, being Victor Ortiz, landed and did the things that he needed to do. The problem is Robert Guerrero got Victor Ortiz into the corner and didn't beat up on him. Oh, now Ortiz gets him on the ropes, landing, and Victor Ortiz, I think, is going to try to close the show now. And the question is, will he be able to? I think that there's a certain reticence on his part. Doesn't want to extend a ton of energy, as we are now in the halfway point of this 10-round bout. Oh, and Victor Ortiz landing on Robert Guerrero, folks. Seconds are just kicking down, and Guerrero has to let his hands go more. He has to be more effective. Victor Ortiz now is starting to really take over, folks. Oh, and Robert Guerrero going to the body. And, I think it's close. I think you got to give the edge to Victor Ortiz coming forward. Oh, and he goes to the body now, dropping Robert Guerrero. The question is that enough to keep Guerrero down? Guerrero started off great and kind of started to wilt, and now he gets dropped. And the question is, though, can Victor Ortiz keep this up? He's had a history of kind of coming in, knocking down guys, and then suddenly when the heat gets on, he isn't able to... Oh, and Victor Ortiz now, and you know, it's almost like Guerrero's asking him how much he wants it. Big round for Victor Ortiz. Got a knockdown. Guerrero has a swollen eye, and Victor Ortiz going to take it 10-8, 10-8. We have 4 more rounds to go, folks. And, you know, is it going to be all Victor Ortiz? He's up by 11 points. It's, you know, Robert Guerrero's in a hole. He's coming out. He's trying to be game. And Victor Ortiz is just landing and doing the things that he needs to do. Oh, and Robert Guerrero coming back. You know, is Victor Ortiz tired? Is Robert Guerrero having his moment? Has he found a way to do something to hurt and to beat Victor Ortiz? He's got to watch out. Guerrero has tasted the power of Victor Ortiz. He's been dropped. And right now, folks, both these guys, I think, are tired. We're in sort of the, you know, the final section of this fight. This has been a classic. Who knows? We may be entering, you know, in this simulation and in real life, sort of a another version of Gotti Ward or Ward Gotti, depending on how you look at those fights. Man, Robert Guerrero's trying. I give him all the credit in the world. He's trying as Victor Ortiz is, you know, starting to come on a little bit. There's a final minute, and is Robert Guerrero trying to draw him out? Oh, and Victor Ortiz now kind of trying to take the round back, hoping he can score another knockdown against Robert Guerrero. And Guerrero, if he was spent before, seems even more spent now. And the seconds are clicking down. We have 3 more rounds, and Victor Ortiz landing 3 times to close out that round. I think it could be even. I think it's probably going to go to Victor Ortiz. Now they're saying that Ortiz is tired. Guerrero, they're saying, is obviously tired. Victor Ortiz getting that round on all 3 judges' scorecards. Guerrero started off well, but Victor Ortiz doing great work late. And now up by 14 points. And there's 3 more rounds left, folks. Oh, and Guerrero landing, and oh, look at this. He's trying, folks. He's trying, and then you have Ortiz continuing to go to the body. I'm telling you, these guys are evenly matched at this point, and this is why we're getting this kind of entertaining fight. Even though it seems like Victor Ortiz is on his way to a victory, you never know. You honestly just never know. Well, Victor Ortiz going to the body. Guerrero landing hard on Ortiz. And I just don't think that Guerrero hits as hard as Ortiz. Final 2 minutes of this 8th round. Oh, and Robert Guerrero taking shots here, folks. Taking shots. He's been dropped. And Victor Ortiz now just solidifying his performance. And if I'm Robert Guerrero, I go to the body. I try to slow him down. I hope that I can put together something massive late. Because right now, Robert Guerrero up by 14 points. I'm sorry, Victor Ortiz up by 14 points. It's not looking good for Robert Guerrero. Once again, folks, you are watching Boxing Time TV. If you like what you're watching, please like, comment, and follow. Please share these links. Give us a follow on Instagram. My handle there is Boxing Time with Evan. And, yeah, I'm just, like I say, I do a few posts a week. It's just fun. It's basically to promote this Boxing Time TV on YouTube. I just have fun doing it, and hopefully you have fun watching it. Oh, and landing twice. Look at that. Guerrero fighting back, showing Ortiz he's not going gently into that good night. And I mean, these two, folks, and Victor Ortiz landing now and doing, that's why he's winning these rounds. But he's having to, as they say, bring ass to get ass. Oh, another saying, Guerrero's eyes swollen shut. Ortiz is obviously tired. Oh, all three judges now giving that round to Robert Guerrero. So is he mounting a comeback, folks? He's only behind now by 9 points. Wait, how many points? No, he's behind now by 11 points. Shows you my math skills. Is he going to make it through this fight? Swollen eye. It could get stopped in any second. If I'm Victor Ortiz, I fight from a distance. I kind of employ the style that Robert Guerrero was wanting to employ. Whereas Robert Guerrero has to, I would use the fact that Ortiz is coming to him as motivation. I'd crack him in the body and, like I said, try to mount something massive. But we'll see if that's possible. Oh, and Robert Guerrero waits. He's patient, and he lands hard on Victor Ortiz, drawing Ortiz out. Like I said, I don't think Ortiz, I don't think he's getting up. Robert Guerrero lied in wait, and look at what happened. Trailing on the scorecards, he knocks out Victor Ortiz in the 9th round. What a fight, folks. The winner is Robert Guerrero by a knockout. The fight lasted 9 rounds. That's why I love this boxing game, because the boxing game said the favorite was Ortiz. And true to Ortiz's form, he came out, he fought better, landed the harder punches, dropped Guerrero, but Guerrero hung on. He did what he had to do, swollen eye, and Ortiz was knocked down one time. And let me tell you something. If that happens in the real fight, we will see a rematch, and there'll be a trilogy because we know that there'll be 3 of them, just like Gotti Ward. So get ready for that. The scoring is academic at this point, but as you can see, Ortiz ahead 77-75, 79-75, 78-73. Doesn't matter, though. Robert Guerrero erased all of that with that 9th round knockout. Thank you so much for tuning in to Boxing Time TV. My name is Evan Jacobs. If you like what you've seen, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please share these links. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you next time on Boxing Time TV, where our motto is, why wait, watch it now, then watch the real thing when it airs. We'll see you next time.